Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Jerm here. In this video today, I wanted to talk a little bit about TSM. Obviously, they are coming off what was a pretty big and pretty interesting mini off season, and now they're looking ahead to summer 2022. But many people are already writing them off for this upcoming summer split, saying that, hey, the team still is probably going to kind of suck. Hey, they're probably still not going to compete for worlds, compete for titles, anything like that. So then some people are even already starting to just look ahead to the off season of 2023, which I think is very, very interesting, and is kind of where some of these speculation, rumors, and drama is coming from. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate that so much. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out the Patreon. First link in the description below. If you guys want to get early access to all the videos before they go live on YouTube. We might even have some special podcast type stuff coming out near in the future. I'm working on it behind the scenes right now. We'll have to see. But with that being said, let's get right into this one. So the talk of, summer split and beyond for TSM is Spica at this moment. Again, we've talked about this so much. I've made so many videos about this, but it keeps coming up. Spica is going to be a free agent in this coming offseason. There has been so many different rumors and speculation about, does Spica want to leave? Does he want to be at TSM? Is there anything TSM could do to keep him? Does he like it at TSM? Does he not like it at TSM? And again, in this past offseason, not the mini offseason, but the offseason before, he was coming off an MVP split. He was the franchise player, the face of TSM, Bjergsen, Doublelift, all these guys gone. He was their marketable guy, their star, their best player. There is a 0% chance, maybe a 1% chance, whatever, 0.01, that they did not offer him a contract extension in this past offseason. And the fact that Spica was still not signed for additional years or anything like that, we can say pretty confidently that Spica had rejected some contract extensions. And then you go through the spring split. Absolute disaster. There was drama. The team sucked. There were so many ups and downs. Spica didn't play well. There was so much stress, pressure. We heard going on behind the scenes that there's breaking point 2.0 from some people or whatever. All of this disastrous stuff. I don't think there's anything that happened in spring split that would have then made Spica more likely to sign a contract extension. We also have this mini offseason. Does bringing in Mia and Maple make Spica more likely to sign an extension for the future? I don't think so. I don't think anyone else really thinks so. And again, we're now a month and a half away from the start of summer split. We still haven't heard any word of contract extension, contract talks, anything like that. We had the Papa Smithy, the infamous Papa Smithy Discord messages that, he said he doesn't think Spica is going to be signing, or he wouldn't think that Spica is going to be signing a contract extension with TSM, and that he'll test free agency. Doesn't mean he can't come back to TSM after that, but all signs are just kind of pointing to him, potentially being a free agent this summer, which would be disastrous for TSM to have him hit the open market and potentially leave for absolutely nothing. But what we have today is a new clip from Doublelift that's been going around that a lot of people have been talking about. Doublelift talks about Mia, FTX, and Spica wanting to leave. Obviously, Doublelift is a guy who is an insider. Now, he talks about rumor and speculation a lot. He's been wrong about stuff before. He's not always 100% accurate with everything he says. And no matter what he says, it seems like TSM and Reggie and all these guys come out and refute it. But he has a lot of connections. He knows a lot of people in the scene. He hears a lot of stuff. And most importantly, he has a good relationship with Spica. They played together. They've done interviews. They've done content together. They have good synergy. They have good rapport. They definitely talk. He definitely knows some stuff. So let's see what Doublelift has to say about this whole situation.
Should have made it to MSI. Damn. Yeah, I feel bad for him. I swear to God, playing with him, I could tell he's just good. He's just very good. With
talking about Mia.
How are they not going for top 2? I mean, dude, you can tell they're going budget, right? They went LDL players this last split. They don't care anymore. Like breathing, man. They better keep Spica. Let me just say that TSM is making some very questionable decisions, and I think a lot of people want to get out of that org.
So, pretty interesting, and he says a lot of, important things there. He doesn't really say anything crazy that other people haven't already said, but obviously maybe the words have a little bit more weight when they're coming from Doublelift. He says, hey, they're going budget. They're trying to save some money, which other than extreme TSM like apologists or like the delusional TSM fans and stuff, like I'm not saying all TSM fans, I'm saying the extreme TSM fan, like the delusional ones. I'm not saying all TSM fans are delusional. I'm saying the delusioned TSM fans, the small portion or whatever, maybe the big portion, whatever, that believe that this roster that they just formed in the spring split of 2022 was, them taking their best chance at winning now or into the future, which I absolutely do not believe that roster was either of those. And they, sold you, hey, we might not have the most exciting roster for spring of 2022, but it's because we're building for the future. But also, Reggie comes out and says, hey, we also spent a lot of money on this roster, so it's a budget roster and it's not a budget roster, and it's building for the future. But then they just benched Shani, kicked Kaido, signed Maple, just everything. They're just talking out of their ass. Everything they're saying is not being backed up by their actions or anything that's going on in reality. So again, Doublelift saying that, not super crazy, but it does bring up an interesting point of, hey, if TSM is going budget, Spica is a young, very popular, very marketable player who at his best has the potential to be one of the best players in the LCS, is at an MVP level. So can TSM even afford Spica? Obviously Spica could take a pay cut and sign with them, or maybe they could drop an FTX bag on Spica or whatever, but every move they've been making recently shows they're trying to be, a little bit maybe more cost conscious. That all Reggie's statements about, hey, LCS doesn't even, LCS is like 10 to 15% of our revenue, and, LCS is dying, and all this different stuff. Is TSM going to randomly start spending a bunch of money again on LCS? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it to me. And then the fact that Doublelift also says, hey, some people want to get out of that org. Obviously, he's talking about Spica there, but is he talking about other people as well? That got me thinking, like, is he talking about Hooney? Hooney also has an expiring contract. Is he maybe not going to come back with TSM if TSM would even want him back? I don't think he's talking about Maple. I don't think he's talking about Mia. I don't think he's talking about Sheni, all the new guys that are there. Could he be talking about coaching staff? Could he be talking about members of the management, members of the org in that way? Or could he also be talking about Tactical? Because Tactical is another guy that Doublelift actually has a good relationship with. It seems like maybe they'd have a weird relationship since Tactical got brought in, Doublelift got benched and kicked from the team, traded TSM, all that stuff. But Doublelift and Tactical at least talk to some extent. They get along. They have some kind of relationship and rapport. And also, Spica and Tactical are friends. Tactical, I think, kind of came to TSM maybe in some ways because they were a popular org that was probably paying a decent amount of money, maybe better than some of the other lower tier teams. But if Spica is, having a bad time and being treated poorly and hates how the direction TSM's going and hates how things are going, and then he eventually leaves, is it possible that Tactical could maybe want to leave too? And I know there's some TSM fans that would be like, good, who cares if Tactical leaves, yada, yada, whatever. But like, he's one of the better resident AD carries. If you're losing Tactical, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better option. That's how you end up with like a TSM loss or that type of situation. And importing AD carries is never really a great solution anyway, unless you're getting somebody to the likes of a Berserker or something like that. So that is very, very interesting. Again, Doublelift pointing out the fact that TSM doesn't care, that they're going budget, they're not spending. All those things are true, but also saying that, hey, some people might want to be leaving TSM. And again, think of how crazy and horrible this year has been for TSM. Losing Bjergsen, not bringing Doublelift back, all the stuff, all the drama, all the controversy, Peter Zhang, Reggie investigation, 9th place finish in the LCS. God knows what's going to happen in summer. And then losing Spica as well this coming offseason and losing him for free and getting nothing in return, kind of the one young superstar that this team has been able to bring up in the past couple of years, really ever, that would be an absolute disaster. That would be mismanagement at its finest. Again, a team that has been mismanaged almost to a T over the past couple of years. This would be one of the biggest disasters in TSM history. But it seems like this is the direction things are going. And again, Doublelift is just kind of echoing those sentiments once again. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Do you think Spica is going to leave TSM? And if you do, where do you think he's going to go? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.